Welcome. This is just a short video to show you a little bit about where to find everything on your GivingEdge account. So when you go to bigdayofgiving.org or givingedge.org, you will come to this home screen. So to log into your account, you're going to go to Login in the top right-hand corner and put in your username and password. If you are new and don't have a username or password, your organization admin who are already in your nonprofit database can add you as a user, or you can contact us at bdog@sacreachcf.org and we can add you as well. If your organization does not yet have a GivingEdge profile, you can request one and then we can get you set up. If you forgot your password, you can enter your password here and then click Forgot Password. But I'm going to go ahead and log in. And so once you are logged in, you will then see, instead of login in the top right-hand corner, you will see your name and your image icon. So if I click on this, you'll see a couple different things. There is a field for recent pages that I've created. So that'll change based on, if you create a new fundraising page. Organization are all the organizations that you manage for Big Day of Giving or on GivingEdge. So if I belong to more than one organization, I would see more than one name there. And then under Monica, under my own name, these are account settings for my personal login. So we're going to start out there. So if we go to Manage Causes, we'll see that similar to what we saw in the top corner, my organization that I manage is listed under Managed Nonprofits. Also, if I made any past peer-to-peer fundraisers, they would be listed here as well. I could also go to Donation History if I made any donations on my GivingEdge account. And then finally, settings. This is where you will manage the settings for your personal login page. So change your email, you can change your password, you can add multi-factor authentication, you can manage what notification emails you get. So that's something to remember if you want to only be the one at your organization to get certain emails. Each individual person with their own login would have to log in and change their preferences themselves. Any stored payments I have, any connected apps, or I could delete my account there. So if we go back up and we want to get to our nonprofit dashboard, you can either go to Manage Causes and click on it here, or you could click on your name and then click on the organization name under Organization here. When I get here, so this is what our organization dashboard is going to be, and this is what we're going to refer to a lot in the Big Day of Giving program. On the side are all the announcements here. As things come up, we will note them in the side panel here. Also, if you ever need to access any resources, you'll find those BDOG resources listed here in the announcements, and that will take you to things like the mentor page, the Big Day of Giving user guide, and all of those helpful resources. You can close that by just clicking close there. If you want to reopen it, just click Show Announcements. This main page is where you can see just brief stats about your organization. And so these can be changed based on removing them or adding new ones. So you can go ahead and play around with that. Another important thing that you will see on your nonprofit dashboard is your status if you have registered for the current Big Day of Giving. So here you'll see it says that it is pending because I haven't completed my profile. You'll also see your to-do list. So this is all of the items that you still have left to do in order to have your profile listed as reviewed and eligible to receive donations. And also, if you are participating in Big Day of Giving, all of these items are due by the deadline noted in the GivingEdge the Big Day of Giving calendar. So the great thing about the to-do list is when you open it up, you can click on the items, and if you click on a specific area, it will take you directly to where those items need to be completed. So I can see all of the items that still are yet to be completed, and I have also a list of items that may not be required but are recommended. So if I were to click on them, it would take me directly to where those need to be completed. So your organization page, this is where you're going to see what your public profile and edit what your public profile will look like. And here you will want to pay attention to these gray buttons. So this little pencil button, this is where I can edit my logo. I can change my background image. I can change the theme color for the donation buttons and the highlight colors there. You can also click on this button if you want to hide the fundraising button there, if you don't want people to be able to create peer-to-peer pages for you. If you go up here, you can also switch out of edit mode so you can see what your profile will look like in the public view. So if we go back to editing, as you scroll down, you will see different areas where you can edit the content of your profile. You can see there's a place where you can add an additional tab. If you scroll down more, you can feature peer-to-peer campaigns, add a mission statement, and again, make sure you're paying attention to these edit buttons in the top corner. I can add an equity statement or add a supporting campaign. If I have any peer-to-peer campaigns, you can add a media gallery. You can connect your Instagram or Facebook galleries as well, so it'll automatically sync. And then down here, we will see other items we need to complete, such as addresses, contact information, your mission category, what areas you serve. And if we go through these tabs on the left-hand side here, we'll also see other pages like programs, where we can click on the button with the pencil icon and add a program budget. We can add an image, a title, a description, the impact of the program. If you want to remove a program, you can do so as well. You can rearrange the programs with the other icon on the other side. You can also add a new program by clicking this button in the top corner and add a new program there. Under management, this is where you can add all of the senior management staff that you would like. You can also click add a staff member to add someone new. And these can also be edited by clicking the pencil icon. At least one organizational leader is required for your organization, so I would go ahead and click this check box in order to indicate that this person is my organizational leader. If you don't have any staff members, then this would just be your board chair. So you would want to list your board chair here as well. You can also list up to 2 organizational leaders if you have co-executive leaders. Under governance, this is where you will list all of your board members and their affiliation and their term. Similar to management, it is required that you list at least 1 board chair. So again, just like with the management, you will click this box that says, "This is my board chair." And similar to programs and management, you can add a new entry by clicking this plus sign in the top corner or scrolling to the bottom and clicking add a board member. We also have a place for board demographics. So you'll find this little pencil icon right here, and this is where you will add in gender and then also race and ethnicity for your board members. And you'll want to pay attention to these numbers down here to make sure that the amount of demographics that you added adds up to the total of board members that you have listed on your organization page. So finally, on the board area, if you scroll down, there is a few more areas where you can enter additional information about your board. Now, if we scroll up and go to financials, this is where you can add the 2 years of required financial information based on your taxes. And this will all auto-populate based on what you enter. And so you'll want to click on Add Financial Report, enter the file dates for that tax year, choose your tax filing document, and then based on what you choose, it will tell you exactly where on the tax document you can find that information to add. When you click Continue, it will have a place for you to upload your public version of your taxes, which is required in addition to this, and you can add it there. Please note, if you file a 990N, you will see a place where you can download a financial statement template, which is required if you do file this type of document, due to the fact that there is not additional information that the tax filings indicate on your financials. So you would want to complete that in addition to uploading your 990N tax document. Finally, when you go to Documents, this is a place where you can upload any documents that you want to file. So you would click it and you could add your financial statements if you didn't choose to add them to your financials tab, any tax documents. You can also upload any informational flyers from your organization, any annual reports that you wish to share with donors, and provide them in this section, and all of those documents would be public if they were uploaded here. So again, when we are completing our profile, it's going to be really helpful to use the to-do list in the top left-hand corner to show exactly what we need to do. So after I complete my organization page, which is this public profile here, you'll also want to complete items like the leadership demographics. And here you'll see when I clicked on that, it took me to the settings area. So leadership demographics are not public, but it will populate the person that you listed as your organizational leader, and there will be a place for you to include their demographic information. Again, this is not public to anyone but the foundation. In this organizational info area of settings, you'll also find a place to put your address and your contact information. That will change based on what you put on your public profile as well. Your legal name will also be listed here, and this is synced with the IRS database. So if you have a change to your legal name, you can enter it here and upload the file that is indicative of that change from the IRS or from a legal entity noting that change in your legal name. And the same goes for your legal mailing address here. Here is a place if there's any documents that you want to upload that you do not want to be public, and you can see the status of whether or not those documents are public or if they are private, just for your own admin to have access to, or the brand admin, us at the foundation who review the profiles. Also under settings that you will see on your to-do list is the distribution settings. So this is where you will list the person that you want to receive the e-checks. That will be the distribution of money that you get through your profile. So if someone donates, if multiple people donate to your organization within a month or a couple weeks, all of those donations will be compiled in one check and will be sent as an e-check to the person listed in this area. The final area that you will want to know to change items for your public profile is here. So here you can change what your URL will be. So for the the Sacramento Region Community Foundation, we have put it as /foundation. So you can change that based on what is available. If you, for some reason, don't want to be shown in the search for Big Day of Giving, you can turn that off. You can also list any other names that you are known as, so that way people can find you under those names when they search. And this is also some information on ways that you can customize your profile if you choose. So I won't be going fully through the entire profile area and exactly all of what's available. So I encourage you to look through it at your own pace and see what is available in your GivingEdge profile. But one item that I also wanted to mention is your admin. So this is where all of the people who have access to your organizational page are listed. So these are people who would be able to edit your profile, to see your donors, and you can add a new person by clicking Add New Admin there. You can remove people by clicking these three dots here. And you'll also want to indicate who is your lead contact for your organization. So that makes it easier for us to know, if there's some issue or something that we need to contact you about, there's a specific person that we can reach out to there. Finally, under reports here, you will also be able to see all of the donors that give to your organization. So when I click on it, I can see offline gifts that I entered, I can see all donations, and there's also retention reports. But if I go to all donations, I can change what I want to see based on the date range. So you'll want to make sure to change that if you're looking for donations made during a certain time. And then from here, you can see all of the donors listed there. If you want all of the donor information, you'll want to download the report by clicking Download here. So again, this is not all of the things that are available on GivingEdge. So I do recommend that you poke around and see what other features are available to you. Finally, going back to the main page, I encourage you to actually go and look at other organizations' profiles. You can scroll down and click Find a Cause and see what other people have done to their profiles and ways that maybe you can utilize things that other people have done and creative ways that they have improved on their profiles that way. Thank you all so much, and please feel free to reach out to us